G'day guys, CMAC out again. Today on my way to work, decided to jump on the lovely R6, a lovely girl. It's going to be quite interesting to see just the noise difference. I hope you guys can hear me alright because I've got a nice screamer, basically MotoGP screamer pipe attached to this girl. When I go out on the weekends, you're definitely gonna hear it roar. Sounds majestic, but I'm not sure how much this mic's gonna pick up from it versus my voice. Hopefully you can hear enough. Anyway, I noticed that my last video I had to cut short. Unfortunately, my SD card ran out of space on my way home after watching Captain America. So I've already gone and ordered a new SD card so I don't run out of space again. I'm currently running with a 32 gig SD card in the GoPro, but obviously that wasn't enough. So ordered a 128 gig, yeah, ordered a 128 gig one, so hopefully that'll do so I don't have to be having that instance again where the video is just gonna have to fade out on you guys. It's my bad. Oh well, you live and you learn. Not sure whether it ended up staying in my last video or not. I can't remember as to just where it cut off. But me and a couple mates are heading out into Lamington National Park over the long weekend for Labor Day. Gonna be out there on Saturday and Sunday exploring, doing our thing. Setting up camp just wherever we sort of feel like. Gonna go climb a few mountains. I want to go and check out the Natural Arch and see it. Not sure whether I'll be able to get there at night time to see all the glowworms and stuff, but want to check it out throughout the day anyway. Well, let's see if I can get past a few of these cars. Yeah, motorbikes. And just slot in here. Lovely. Yeah, so heading to Lamington National Park. I haven't been down that way to go exploring before. I've only ever done the mountains up north in the Glasshouse Mountains, which one of my first videos was me and a good mate of mine. We climbed up the majority of Mount Tibrogargan. Unfortunately, we didn't get all the way to the top as my mate was sort of trying to conquer his fear of heights, and we ended up running out of time. We were up there for 3 or 4 hours, as opposed to Mount Biawak, which is another mountain up there, up north from me, which I've climbed a couple times now, and generally takes, even though it's a taller mountain, it takes actually a little bit less time because the climb's just not as intense. Like cops there, nope, nope, cool. Oh, that's one of the things that's awesome about this bike is merging onto the highways. It's just like traveling at light speed. It's unreal. Accelerating on an on-ramp on a super sports bike. Jeez. There's not many feelings that are as exciting as that. It's exhilarating. As long as you get a clean run. Hopefully I do. That's what I'm looking forward to. If you guys own the car with the rego plate 227 VZX, I think you may want to give it a bit of a clean. That thing is filthy. Looks like a bird, or numerous birds have just crapped all down the back of it. Ugh. I wonder whose bike's louder, this cruiser or my screamer? Well, I definitely can't hear his bike yet. to jump right behind him and see if I can. No, still mine. Even when I'm off the throttle, it's still mine. Let's see whether these cars are going to stay in the right-hand lane. Looks like it. Right-hand lane. That's a bad drive. It's because there's a turn-off just up here, as you can see, towards Ipswich and Toowoomba. The cars just stay in that right-hand lane, and I'm considering, oh no, water, yucky. Don't know where that came from. Not sure whether that was the sky or whether that truck decided to clean his window. One or the other. Either way, it wasn't pleasant. Oh, I think it's single crown. Don't be single crown. Oh, looks like a cross-country bike. Or not even worse, an enduro bike. Yep, enduro bike. What is it? It's not Da Vinci, is it? It's hard to tell from here. I can't quite make out the symbol on the head tube. I'm gonna go past and take a look. I don't honestly know what that is. I think it is. What it looks like. Yeah, it looks like an evil. Pretty sure that's an evil. Don't see many of them around. Yeah, acceleration. My worst fear is I'm going to do that one day and then all of a sudden sirens are just going to come on behind me. An unmarked cop car is going to have been following me. One thing to mention, reservoir socks. I want to get one just so I don't have this annoying flappy, bulky clear thing with the fluid all jumping around inside it. So it's not sort of catching my eye and distracting me. I want to get a reservoir sock made up, but I'm trying to find a place where I can sort of customize and make my own one. I have the image that I want to put on it, but I just haven't been able to find a place where I can actually get them made up. If you guys are aware of anywhere or know anybody who makes them, preferably local, but that's not essential. If I can just like send off the image that I want put on and they'll do it for me, that would work too. Yeah, if you don't mind mentioning it in the comments or send me a message, it'd be greatly appreciated. I definitely need to work on my launches. That's one thing I'm not great at. Trying to be able to control just the level that the front wheel's sitting at while holding the throttle wide open. It's yeah, something I need to work on. I mean, it's not that crucial. It's only really important when if I decide to get into racing, which I'd love to do, by the way. But I don't know, I think I need to get, don't want to say it too loud, but I think I want to get a third bike. So I'll have my 250 as my commuter. This R6 is my weekend mountain bike. And then I may get a bit of a track pig. Might get a leader bike, like a old CBR or an old R1. I don't know, something anyway. I need to find something nice that I can keep as a track pig, something I'm not going to worry about, because that's my biggest concern, is that if I take this out to a track and I go for a bit of a slide, which is not uncommon, that I'm just going to absolutely destroy it and ride it off. And I mean, I don't really want to be doing that to my baby girl. If I get a track pig, then I won't really care about it too much. I'll be more than happy to throw it down the road for a bit of fun. A couple of the Facebook groups that I'm part of, like track riders, all different parts of Australia and stuff, quite often there's some nice cheap surprisingly newish year model of bikes that go up on there for ridiculously cheap. I'm looking at spending a couple of grand on one, and I've seen a couple Gixxers, both 650 and 750. A few Hondas and Yamahas going up for just a couple grand, and I'm like, geez, that's a ridiculous price considering if you look at the road registerable equivalent of that bike, you're looking at like up to about 10 grand at the moment. The market for motorbikes has gone through a massive phase of inflation, because I was talking to my older brother who used to ride a CBR 600, and he remembers selling his bike and it was in mint condition. He had a little bit of a slide and insurance ended up paying him out enough to get it fixed, but he decided to go and fix it himself because it was just I think it was a crankcase that he needed to replace. Or it might have even just been a cover, as well as a fairing, and that was it. So he replaced that, but the payout was to get it done professionally. So obviously the insurance company has paid out like a couple $1,000s for that, whereas he didn't really need it. And he decided to put the rest of that money into upgrades for his bike. So he ended up getting fully braided lines, nice discs that just slice the pads off, cut discs or whatever. Awesome brake pads. Is this guy gonna let me in? No, he's not. I'm gonna jump behind you. Yeah, so basically did up his bike, fully tricked it out. It was a 07 model CBR. 07 or 06, might have been 06. Around the very similar year as this one anyway, as my Yamaha. And he sold that 3 or 4 years ago for about 6 grand. I think it was 6.5, 7, close to 7 grand. And now it's been like, yeah, 4 or 5 years, 3 or 4 years since then, when I went and started looking at buying my sports bike, and I've basically had to pay more for this than he sold that for. Unfortunately at the time, even though I was fully interested in motorbikes and definitely planned on getting one, I just didn't have the funds to drop on something like that. Oh well, it happens, but because he needed to get rid of it as he was going on an adventure, traveling around the world for a couple months. So he needed the money sooner rather than later and couldn't really just like wait for me anyway, which I wouldn't want him to do. But yeah, so the market for these bikes has gone up exponentially. It's a little bit annoying, but what can you do? One thing that I want to get on this bike as well, on my way back from the mountains and stuff, where I don't have to jump on the highway and just cruising for an hour, well, not really an hour, but cruising along for a decent amount of time at a constant speed. I want to get away, like, I'm not looking at buying a electronic cruise control for it, but I've seen these just like, they're little discs or something that you connect to your grip, and it's sort of it's a throttle lock, I think it's what it's called. Yeah, they're sort of piqued my interest. I'm looking into getting one of them. My only concern is that it's just how it activates and deactivates, because I'd hate to be out riding around and accidentally put it on when I'm coming into a corner and not be able to go off the throttle. That could end poorly. The reason why I want it is just that when I'm going along, basically just so I can take my right hand off the bars. I know there's all sorts of techniques in your riding, how you're meant to have like relaxed arms so that your arms don't get tired, but I mean, when you're out riding for 6-7 hours over mountains, and then you jump on the highway and it's just rumbling underneath you at a constant speed, it just wears out your arm, and so all I want to do is be able to keep it at 100 and just be able to stretch my arm like that and put it back on without the bike slowing down too much. That's the only reason why I want it. So if you guys know of any good throttle locks, also chuck that in the comment section, not the description. That will be up to me. Chuck it in the comment section or send me a message. I'd also appreciate that too. Anyway, I'm almost at work, guys, so I'm going to sign out here. Yeah, if you don't mind chucking in the comments about it, the throttle locks and stuff, that'd be greatly appreciated. Anyway, if you like this video and want to see more, hit the like button as well as subscribe. Righto, CMAC out. Peace. Yeah.